know, we all have a story. Everybody, if you talk to anybody, they have a story. My dad gave his life for our freedom. If his name isn't on the wall, he just goes away. There was one night I remember, and I had to be just 7 years old, because it was right before my dad was leaving for Vietnam. I heard my dad say to her, "What's wrong?" And my mom said, "You're not coming home this time." Then I heard my dad say to her, "Oh, don't be silly, I always come home." You know, I decided, well, that it was okay, and they went back to sleep. But later, I blamed my mom because she knew, and she didn't do something about it. And that 8-year-old little girl blamed myself and my mom for my dad's death all that time. We actually planned the first Father's Day to go have a picnic at the wall in Washington, D.C. I went up to the book at the wall to look for my dad, and his name wasn't there. And so I was totally shocked. I had my son, Joel, was with me. He was about 9 or 10 years old. So Joel and I went to the Pentagon. Finally, I get a denial letter that says that his plane went down 3 degrees outside the combat zone, and that it was during a training mission, so it doesn't qualify as to be on the wall. My dad was actually responding to the Gulf of Tonkin incident in the very beginning of the Vietnam War. My dad flew 22 missions up and down the coast of Vietnam, and they're telling me that that doesn't meet the requirements to have his name on the wall. The last conversation I had was in the White House with President Obama and the Secretary of the Navy. They both said, along with Arnold Schwarzenegger, they're all going to help me get his name on the wall. Joel came into my office and said, "Mom, I'm going to join the Army. I've made the decision. I really want to do something important with my life, and I'm not afraid to die." And I said, "No, you can't." And I started to cry. "And I'm not going to be okay if something happens to you." And he just put his arms around me, and he just held me and let me cry. And I remember the day he left for Iraq, the way he hugged me was like it was for the last time. And I couldn't even let him hug me because it was so final. And I regret not letting that hug come in all the way, because I thought if I didn't let him that it wouldn't be the last one. But it was the last one.
On the ground, dog tags and wreaths of flowers, with the ribbons ready as the blood, ready as the blood you spill in the Central Highlands mud.
A while after I met Elaine, I was near DC and I stopped by the wall. I thought about the war and Elaine's dad. The war may have ended a long time ago, but the scars she has will never go away. And as time moves on and memories fade away, even great nations forget some of their mistakes and the sacrifices made by people like Elaine's dad. I decided to make sure Harry Roach wouldn't be forgotten, at least not today.
An apology and forgiveness got no place here at all. Hit the wall.